Don't stop.
Hi, thanks for joining me on the Everything and Anything in a Bit Gay podcast. I just got back from a long trip to the West Coast, and I'm trying to catch up on all my podcast stuff. I'm leaving again on Wednesday, and then to go down to see my in-laws, and then after that, I am headed towards my mom's house in Illinois for Thanksgiving for a week. And then I come back, and then go to Orlando for a conference, and then I have to go right to the conference, fly back to San Francisco, and then back to South Carolina to see my in-laws again for Christmas, and then we are going to Maine for New Year's. So lots and lots of travel between now and the end of the year. The next 6 weeks are going to be crazy. I feel like I'm not going to be home. So I'm taking this opportunity on a Sunday when I am home to try to get a lot of my podcast work done. So I have to say I'm loving my podcast more and more. Whenever I was away this past week, I did a couple of news episodes from my laptop in my hotel room. And it worked fine. There's some important LGBTQ plus news. And if you're not subscribed to my other podcast, Listen Up Girl, with LGBTQ plus news, please listen to it because I do really great news. And usually at about 10 minutes or less. And it's all about LGBTQ plus community and news and what's happening. And obviously with this current administration, there is a lot happening in the news. So I also thought about I need to start thinking about 2026. I'm going to record a New Year's resolution show soon, and I'm thinking about what guests and what themes I want next year. And then I look at the schedule, and I have guests recorded through March already. So I kind of got the first quarter already covered. And thank God I have someone helping me, I'll call him my editor. I'm not saying his name. I have my editor helping me because I would not be able to keep up with all this. So I'm very thankful for that person. And I'm thinking about themes, and I have a survey that I put into the bio of or in the description of my podcast or video, whatever you watch. And I'm trying to get more information about who my audience is and what they like about the show and what they don't like about the show. And I've got some interesting feedback. Some people think the episodes are not long enough when I'm interviewing people. But I also started off my podcast when I started this almost 2 years ago. I was trying to keep it 25 minutes per episode. And it's kind of hard because when you're in a really good conversation with someone, it's impossible to keep it at 25 minutes. And I feel like my conversations have been interesting, at least to me, and hopefully to you as well. And it's hard to keep podcast at a 25-minute mark. I thought about, do I do a part 1? Do I do a part 2? But I'm sticking to just putting the whole thing out there, unless it's some crazy 2-hour interview that, I don't know. I get Madonna and she wants to talk for 2 hours, and I'll do it as a part 2. But kind of talking about Madonna, my guest that I had today that you're going to hear, she is very well known in Italy. She's making her name in the United States. Her name is NUMA Palmer. She's currently living in Miami, which is where I grew up. She does music in Spanish, in Italian, and in English. And you'll see some of her, or you'll see or hear some of her work depending on how you're consuming this podcast. And she was really interesting. And she's Buddhist now. We talked about that. And if I was ever going to pick a religion, Buddhism would be the religion that I think I would identify most with. And she has a lot of good energy, and she wants to put positivity out there. And, she surprised me because I've had a lot of psychics and mediums and there are people like that on my show. And that wasn't even in her bio when I got it. So that's another thing that she kind of tunes into, is that she can be a psychic and a medium, and she tunes into that. So she was super interesting. She, again, is a big personality in Italy. I think she's probably going to be a big personality in America. We talked about stars she would like to work with. She loves Madonna like I do. She thinks Lady Gaga is amazing. I think those would be some dream collaborations for her. Excuse me. And you never know. Maybe she'll make it, and I would love to see her do that. So she turned out to be a really awesome guest, and I hope you enjoy the interview. And thanks again so much for listening, and enjoy my interview with Numa Palmer. Thanks. Hi, today on Everything and Anything in a Bit Gay podcast, I am thrilled to welcome an artist who truly defies categories. Numa is not just a singer, not just a songwriter, not just a producer. She is a multi-dimensional creative force whose work spans music, dance, theater, and visual storytelling. She is known worldwide as the self-empowerment singer, weaving artistry, healing, and social impact into one powerful narrative. A global ambassador, a visionary storyteller, a producer, a healer, and above all, an artist with heart. Welcome to the show, Numa.
Thank you. Thank you. What beautiful, beautiful way to describe me. I'm so grateful. Thank you.
So my audience, first of all, is going to love you because you have an awesome look. You have a great voice. You're talented, and they're going to just like love, love, love you. So you describe yourself as a multiple-dimensional artist, a visionary storyteller who blends music, dance, theater. What was the first spark that made you say, this is my life and this is what I was meant to create?
I think that we all born in this way, like Lady Gaga says very well. And this message, in fact, is for your audience too. Pay attention because also you that you're listening to us now, you have the same vocation, the same talents. You have just to pay attention on your inner voice. And probably the good things, of my life has been that I always heard my inner voice since I was a little girl. My mom, which is an incredibly intelligent woman, which my first fan, greatest support. She used to tell me when I was a little girl, what do you feel inside you? What you think about this, about that? Which is your feelings? What you want to do with this? And that helped me to hear me out, hear myself. And I discovered immediately that I was that the communication, the emotion, the touch with the other, with the people. At the time, was friends of my mother, was kids, was the people, maybe in the school, because I was a girl of 5, 6, 7 years old. It was already my channel to feel that I was alive, that I could make the difference, that I could make people happy, that I could change the energy, that I could change vibration, that I could change the vibration in the room. And then I discovered spontaneously that my way to do that was the music or the singing or the talking or the dancing, and what we call art, which you developed as we call creativity, then become professionalism. But that comes later because it's a call, it's a proper vocation. It's something that tells inside you, yes, you're born to do this.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Rome, which is because I'm Italian. I'm born in Rome, and my childhood was quite difficult because, as in many family happens, my mother and my father split very early. I was just 3 years old, and I grown up with my grandmothers. So I will bang him from one house, another one, from one grandmother, another one. And I had a terrible relationship with my father. That was in the beginning, because this is also an incredible story of my transformation. Even for people that are struggling with their own parents, I'm the live proof that we can change the most horrible relationship in something that is called pure love, because it's the story of my life. And my father was not my supporter, was a difficult person, very anti me, like you're not good enough, you never succeed, oh, that's awful. It was never there for me. Was arrogant, was aggressive, was difficult. So I grown up. Probably in the very beginning, what I wanted to be was also visible for him too. You know what I mean? Exist for him. Hey, daddy, I'm here. You see, I'm dancing, I'm singing, I'm good. I'm do this. Probably also to be visible for my father. But this was a part of my story, but not just and only because once again, if you don't feel inside the call, that I mean,
Yeah.
people get fall in a drug, fall in a bad path to be visible. You know what I mean? To protest, for the problem. Me instead, there was always to be better, to cure, to heal, to transform, to understand, to create bonds instead to fall in desperation. And so I grew up in this difficult families, which taught me immediately that or you die on your depression and desperation and your
Hmm.
darkness, or you're really looking for your own spark, your own light. It is what I did.
And he probably helped shape who you are going through that with him, right? I mean, sometimes when people go through like trauma or have that in their life, it makes them stronger. It makes them, that makes creativity come out. Do you feel that about yourself?
Absolutely, many people get harder, get
Yeah.
tougher, get bitter. Wasn't my way. Always been, I think, hope so sweet. I mean, I always chosen this path.
Yeah.
Sometimes I deliberately choose this, to smile instead to cry. You know what I mean? Instead to be
Yeah.
angry, I deliberately choose the person that I want to be. And when I feel the bitterness, so I feel sometimes the emptiness, as I'm a human being, as anybody else. I can have my moment down. No? I welcome this feeling. I embrace myself, my inner child, and I say, okay, I love you. Come on, talk it to me. I help you. You know that this is not the way to this. In this way you will not attract nothing good. You will resonate with other desperation, other emptiness. You have to immediately shift in hope, shift in a smile, go out, hug people, talk with people, share a smile. You will get back immediately the same energy, and then you charge again, you fuel, and then again you will be on the road with your energy. That's what I do. I used to do in the beginning as a child, like instinctively, but
Yeah.
instinctively. Sorry, because sorry for my English. But then I learned to do as a proper technique. I became Buddhist. I have my spiritual shift. I start to pray, to chant, to meditate, to
Hmm.
really choose my path, and that's helped me a lot in music wise, in artistic wise, in my career wise, in my family wise.
At what moment in your journey did you realize your voice was tied to empowerment? Like that your music was meant to help people heal or grow or transform? Like, when did that happen to you, or when did you realize that?
All came together. All came together. It was like a pieces of the puzzle, because you see, you working on yourself, and then you
Hmm.
start to understand who you are, why you're feeling this way, why you are you, which is your attitude, which is your talents. You start to discover yourself. Then you have your own reasons, because maybe in a family, once again, you have a problem, so you want to exist, you want to be visible, so you want to make the difference, and be the chosen one. There's another reason. Then you start to really practice, because opportunity comes, and you start to do the show that comes in a school, that comes in your area. You start to join, you start to challenge yourself, you start to you know what I mean, to push yourself over your comfort zone. Things, this going together now, and then you start to sing, because it's come the song of your idol, and you say, I want to sing like that. Oh, I love that. At the time was
Yeah.
Madonna or Lionel Richie. We're talking about few years ago, but then came Lady Gaga, then came Sheeran, then came Bruno
Yeah.
Mars. Of course, any time as he's on hero, was Michael Jackson, whatever. I mean, you start to test yourself. No? Things comes together. Then was many young people love to dance, and I was one of those. So I was a dancer too, and I became, you know what, I became immediately professional, because probably was something that I was in me. I mean, that's after thanks the universe that was a kind of talent, which I was working on it very
Yeah.
toughly, where very, I was pursuing and studying, but something in me probably was already there, the seed. So I started to dance, start to sing, start to write. I was in school. I remember myself that I was in school with all the children around me. They get bored, to listen to the lesson like this. Instead, I was
Yeah.
hiding myself, because I was writing the lyrics of my potential song or my potential story to tell during the break and make like a kind of acting to entertain kids.
Yeah.
Because, as you said, I understood through this complex process that the result was feels better. I was feeling better. People was feeling better. There was a break from the worries, a break from from the daily problems, and
Hmm.
also you start to understand because you put your attention, you pay your attention, you understand what you do. You're not just doing randomly, and you understand that now you can use that song, that word, that creativity, and you understand that you can send also a message. So it's not
Yeah.
just so in the pleasure to say something or just to show off your voice or just to make people smile. You understand immediately if you're sensitive, if you're empathic, if you want to make the difference. If it's not just the ego, by something that you do, you want to make the difference. You understand that you can use music, you can use words, you can use lyrics, you can use your own history, your own experience, your own energy to shift yourself and then shift people around you. So that's at least comes together. We understand that
Yeah.
what you're doing makes sense.
Awesome. So you've worked and collaborated with some really big names: Trevor Horn, Alan Clark, Phil Palmer. So tell me what it was like to kind of work and collaborate with that level of artist. Like, did it inspire you?
Of course. I mean, I have to be honest to you. I am a sponge. I take from everything. I
Awesome.
take from a flower. I take from a kid. I take from a talented guy on the street. I take it from everything, everybody, because I want to nourish myself. What I think is vibrating for me, with me, and can make me become a better person, a better artist. In this case, I had the fortune is more than fortune. I had the opportunity to collaborate with these people because there were projects involved. And so they've been so nice, I have to say, to trust me, to
Yeah.
don't go there and look, I don't know, how many million on records I'm supposed to see, to sell, or, how much, how was my paycheck. That wasn't that. That these people was a real artist that was just to do something good with people that probably resonated in a good way. So we've been doing some project together. We involved in the same kind of project, and I find myself to collaborate with these people because the project was the same, and I just got their trust. And you imagine
Well,
what
and you're
meant to me.
talented.
You mean, I mean, probably they thought so, and I'm grateful for that. But I promise you, what impressed me at that they didn't mind that my age, if I was a man, there was a woman. Sometimes, especially in Italy, I let you know, they
Yeah.
start terrible things. There, how old are you? Mature. You woman. So the woman can do just one thing, cannot do five things together. God knows why. Men can, women cannot. I mean, in
Yeah.
Italy, sometimes we are
Yeah.
very behind. I mean, when I start to work in America, I start in England. This doesn't exist. I mean, if you lead a woman, you welcome. What matter if you are honest, true, truthful, talented,
Yeah.
and capable to bring something on the table, basically. And people work with you any level. They are super famous. They don't measure in, I mean, they want just if they see the
Yeah.
matches, they work with you. And of course, I used this incredible opportunity to learn, study, no, and collaborate, and then shape myself in the person that I am now.
Yeah. So at the beginning of the interview, you mentioned Lady Gaga. You also mentioned Madonna. Are those two artists that you would love to work with, possibly, if you could in the future?
Of course. I
Yeah.
mean, they're my hero because I mean they are they have just simply made history in any
Yeah.
sense, in any wise, because they gave a way to think. They broken the boundaries. They
Yeah.
gave such a powerful message that people can say whatever they want. It's just commercial. I'm Madonna. No, it's too old. Shut up.
I
I
hate
mean,
it when people say she's too old. The
I mean,
ageism thing, it drives me
shut up,
crazy.
shut up, shut up. I
Exactly.
mean,
Exactly.
shut up,
Exactly.
because you have to see the global. You have to the global contribute that Madonna gave to the entire world. If we are
Yes.
here, it's
Yes.
because 40 years ago, and maybe you didn't listen to us, even was born, you were born, there was, you must be my lucky star, and
Yep.
that changed the history of the music. And then, and then she did True Blue. She changed the session, the idea, the message, the communication. She brought the women that pay attention 30, 40 years ago. The women
Yes.
didn't have that space, didn't have that, the allowance that they have now. Women were women. They were 4, 5, 10 steps behind the man because they were not allowed to be super sexy, super leader, super
Yeah.
up and down. Of course, we had some specific case because already we have Cher. Yes, we already have Tina Turner. Yes, but not that much. It was just
Donna took
one
it
or
to a
two.
different level.
Exactly. Madonna opened the door to all the women
Yeah.
in the world to be themselves and don't be feared. And it's a woman that starts from zero. It's a woman that starts from scratch. And I tell you what, and I say this, and people, I hope they understand me. She wasn't, that incredible singer like Celine Dion, like
Yeah.
Barbara Streisand, which tell us that when you are a super professional, super determined, super charismatic, and you have a reason why you do what you're doing, it even doesn't matter because nobody can be Claudia Schiffer, you know what I mean, or
Yes.
Naomi
Yes.
Campbell, or Celine Dion, Barbara Streisand. So what happened to the rest of the world? We're not beautiful anymore. We're not good singer anymore. We cannot do anything because nobody's Meryl Streep, nobody's Barbara Streisand. Which instead that proved that we can succeed and made a huge worldwide change just with our own talent, what we have once again to bring on the table. And she did it, and she's been my first inspiration whatsoever.
And it's over 40 years later, and she's still making headlines, and she's still getting ready.
And
She's making a new album. I can't wait for it to come out next year. And she's amazing. So
and
I
she's and
love,
she
love her.
and she's on the wave of the, or any kind of modern new
Yes.
fashion idea trend. And you know what? She's so intelligent to change. And she doesn't get stuck. People just want to say, oh, okay, what? People just get stuck in some kind of trend, some kind of style. She's a
Yeah.
she's so brave to challenge herself
Yeah.
and change every time. She doesn't say, you know what, because that was successful, let me keep that because in case I change, maybe people won't love me anymore. She doesn't
Yeah.
give shit. She changed because she challenged herself. Any even 67, 60 years old, how much she is, I don't remember exactly, but she's a good age, and
Yeah.
she's my hero. For example, another woman amazing is Cher. Different, but Cher is
Yeah.
another woman that
Amazing.
I really said, you know what? Sorry, allow me to say, I don't give a shit. I am what I am. I say what I want to say. I really made my statements. I don't care. I am myself forever and ever at my age, and this is their strength. And she's another icon that we should follow and get inspired from.
Yeah, I love it. I love who you love too. So like it's amazing. We're on the same page. So Madonna's been I guess I was maybe in the 5th grade whenever like I was introduced to her when she first came out. And I just like I remember the moment when I heard it might have been Lucky Star. And just like I loved her ever since then. So since 10 years old.
Holiday,
Holiday.
celebrate.
Exactly.
That one. And I remember me starting my first, my first steps as a dancer too, dancing the same choreography or of a holiday, It was easy, was simple, because we want to say again, guys, think about the fact that she was a good dancer, but she wasn't Carla Fracci, you know what I mean? She
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah.
Bolle. So, what tells you this? That she gave her best on what she could do, and was enough to make her all make dance, all make sing, all make become trend, all go beyond our boundaries. And she actually gave me such a power, such an inspiration to be brave, because you made me this question once again. You told me, how do when you understand that you could heal and you can really change energy, help people, help
Yeah.
yourself, being also brave. Guys, we have to be brave. But brave doesn't mean that we have to be brave with someone else. because we have to, I don't know, fight back or, or push hard. We need to be brave with our inner demons, our inner voice that sometimes tell us that we don't work enough, we're not good enough, we will never succeed. It's 2 days ago, all these things. We need to be brave on this. We have to be able to tell to ourselves that no matter what, we're gonna make it. You know why? Because the universe want us to see. The universe doesn't want us to feel bad. Trust me. You want to call God. You want to go call mother and father and the inner guide. Call it in a way that more resonate to you.
Yeah.
But life is made to make people make an impact, bring something on this planet, do something with their own life. So nobody, no entity want us fail. You know what I mean? So we have to really, really, really go, be brave and go for it. And that's what I did for all my life. And sometimes it's really tough, I promise you, because I had, especially in the very beginning. Now, to be honest to you, my karma is pretty changed. I have to be honest to you, I have so many support, and my father became my first fan, and my mom and my people, the same people that was with, the finger pointed like this now. Now it's my best friend, because I don't keep judgment, I don't keep revenge, I don't keep hate. I forget everything. Sometimes people tell me, but that guy did it to you, does this and this. I don't remember. I don't care. I don't want to carry that memory inside myself. It's his problem. For me, I love him. It's okay, fine, we're cool, because I don't want to keep the energy, and that's what helped me to don't bring with me stones, energetical stones. And now, compared to when I was a little girl, my karma is completely shifted, and I'm super supported. But when I was young, once again, women in Italy, very retro, a leader. I was color like this. I mean, I saw my own, my own trend, my own fashion. So I didn't follow any. Everybody has to look like this. Everybody has to dress like this. Everybody has to dance in this way. Why? I mean, and that's what was create me so much problem, I can even tell you. But I always been brave.
And we'll be right back. Okay, and now back to the show. I know you're huge in Italy and you're becoming big in the United States. I feel like you have a huge amount of LGBTQ plus followers. Is that correct? I feel like gay men would love you.
I mean, yeah. I tell you what. I don't want to be biased. Sorry. Between me and you. No, fine. Nobody listen.
Okay.
Gay are amazing.
Yes.
That's why. Didn't say that. Don't say that. I'm not biased. Because they have everything. They have the sensitivity, the sensuality, the empathy, the heart, also the beautiful craziness. You know what I mean? They are brave. They are beyond the boundaries. They look beyond, and they're so fucking talented. And they're amazing. And so they actually made the difference. So yes, it's true. I am surrounded by super amazing gay people that made the difference. My director is super gay and it's super cool, and he creates, and he's so creative to create my name, my graphic, my video clips, my everything. Any my idea becomes an amazing movie because he's a gay talented guy. and my press office and my best friends and mainly my community are all gay and amazing.
I want to just take a brief moment to pause and play one of your songs for my audience. That I have a video. So if there's a video, we're just going to take a quick minute. And so just watch this. And if you're listening, just listen to this song.
You really drive me crazy, my love. I want you so bad.
Cerco di capire perché tu mi fai impazzire, ma non c'è un perché. Non è razionale questa voglia che ho d'amore, che ho di te. Come musica d'estate, la l'anima lo sa che vuole. Sento, 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 sento che sei solo tu. Dentro, dentro, dentro me, dentro, dentro, dentro ci sei solo tu. Sai fare l'amore, sai usare le parole, ormai non dormo più. Vivi ad alta quota, il mio corpo è la tua meta quando atterri giù. Un regalo così inaspettato, dirti sì è il mio più bel peccato. Sento, 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 sento che sei solo tu. Dentro, dentro, dentro me, dentro, dentro, dentro ci sei solo tu. I'm singing for you, for you, for you, for you. I'm singing for you, for you, for you.
You're so hot, honey.
Sento, 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 sento che sei solo tu.
Oh, you drive me crazy, baby.
Dentro, dentro, dentro me, dentro, dentro, dentro ci sei solo tu. Sento, 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 sento. Sei la voglia che ho d'amare, adesso portami a ballare. Dentro, dentro, dentro me, dentro, dentro, dentro. Pronto, torre di controllo, il mio cuore è già in decollo. Vieni a prendermi, voglio viverti. Saliamo sulla moto senza più guardarci indietro.
Thanks for listening to that. I love that song. I watched that video a couple of times and it's great and you're amazing and talented. So you create songs in multiple language. So how does the emotional expression shift when you write in Italian versus Spanish versus English?
It's become like one sound to me because
Okay.
the feelings and the emotion are the same, of course, and the message is the same, and the wish and the desire, wish that to touch, now the emotion on the people is the same. So the reason why I'm looking for different languages is sometimes just to be more quick, because sometimes it's not even needed to change the language. Did you ever happen to you that maybe you listen to a song which you don't understand one word, but emotion, but make you emotional anyway?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, happen.
Yeah.
Because the vibration and the intention and the combination, when are real, when are good, when are powerful, they got you. Fine. Of course, if you want to also use the lyrics, use the language, use the idioma, which is absolutely important, no? And then you have to do it first and then translate in English and Spanish. But I am very careful when I'm doing. I never change the meaning of my songs. Never. Because that what I want to say is what I want to say. So I don't compromise, you know what I mean? I stay there until I don't find the words that make the same sense. And they resonate you and they are good with the song and the idioma wise they are more comprehensible, of course, for the people for the country that listen to me. And of course it's good because now that I'm in America, for example, that especially in Florida, which the Spanish is really is a language even more utilized than in English sometimes. Singing Spanish is good. I can see the difference. I mean, not different. I can see the reception, correct?
Mm-hmm.
But also I have to say that very often they ask me to sing in Italian too, which is fantastic. Made me happy. Now they have to make an interesting or a beautiful event in Los Angeles, which I will sing. It's a fashion show, and I'm being requested to sing in Italian, which the song is half Spanish, half Italian, but it's been a specific request, which is fantastic. That's prove you that the world now is really become inclusive, and so you start there is less and less boundaries. Let's say that because the music make this miracle really
We're a global
shut down the
society
mother.
now in a lot of ways.
We yes, and we try to be a global society in the best way possible, because we try to make this world, this meaning, in the best way, to
Yeah.
give them the right value. We don't want to be all the same. We don't want to be, you know, all clones. We don't want to be, you know, all all squeezed by, the pressure, or the performance, or to all
Yeah.
the social in a bad way. We need to use what we have, this globality, with the heart and with the intelligence to use it, to utilize it in a good way for us. So once again, yes, I sing in Spanish, in Italian, in English, but it's like a one only sound.
So I'm so interested in this. So you're a certified Louise Hay Heal Your Life teacher. So you bring energy and healing and coaching into your art. So how do you merge the healing with music in a practical way? I think it's so fascinating. So tell me about that.
Guys, you have to be ready for that, because what I'm telling you, probably you might like it, might not, but at least pay attention to what I'm saying. In case we're talking about music, okay, but we can talk about a lot of form of communication, but we stay on music. Of course, that we are allowed, we have the freedom to listen what we like, what give us energy, or maybe make you remember some memories, some emotion. Fine, but the music, energetically speaking, can be incredibly healing or incredibly destructive. And you
Okay.
must be extremely pay attention what you listen to. Because as a healer and as a life school teacher, and which we chose to use mainly the music and the words as a healing tool, I can tell you that the energies and the vibration, when they are low, they can also create illness before psychological and then physical. And it is connected with hormones, with cortisol, adrenaline. I mean, our body, it's a perfect machine that spreads chemicals towards vibration and emotion, which come from the vibration and the energy, also, especially by the sounds. In this case, we're talking about music. So if you listen music with a low vibration, full of darkness, few light, angry words, that that they go, so which has no sound, there is no melody, there is no.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you make an experiment, a scientific experiment, you can see that your body shrinks, your cells shut down. It's like this is something that's going on. There is an emergency. There is some problem. There is some stress here, and your body shut down. And often you're confused. I tell you what, the anger has a power. So many songs make you angry because they charge you up about, bitterness, revenge, complaining. Or once again, this music with no light, no heart. It just sounds very hysterical, very dark, and you feel extremely, like dopamine. No, you feel like extremely empowered.
Yep.
It's not real. There's no power. There's stress. Because when you're angry, it's adrenaline, it's cortisol. When you pay attention, sometimes when you're super angry or super scared, or you freeze, or you become Superman. You ever notice that your strength get twice because you're super scared because something happened
Yeah.
to you? But that one is not good power. This is a stress. Your body shut it down. Is collecting all the energy because thinks you are dangerous, thinks you are stressed, thinks you are having a problem, and so you make you feel strong and empowered. It's not the right power. Then your body just collapse, and you don't feel well, and your immune systems go down. So careful what you listen. Good music, which means not good in terms of quality, because it tastes wise. No, you can define something good or something not good. But when I say good music, means that I have to tell you about good words, empower words, music with light inside, with a happy sound. When you feel that your body
Yeah.
start to smile, and the good thoughts start to run in your head, and you don't want to kill your grandmother anymore. And you don't want to run over someone with a car while you're driving, and you don't want to kill your boss
Yeah.
anymore because something you start to say. Actually, you start to say, it's really, but I don't know. I'm in a good mood. I don't know. I love my dog. You know what? I love
Yeah.
even my grandmother. That's mean that's working.
Yeah.
Okay. For example, I want to make a proper example. Apart from all my songs, of course, that are made with a neurosemantic, which means that I chose that any single word to resonate with your brain in a way that your neurosystem link the synapses and make you feel empowered. It's a pop music. It's not listening music, but it's been done with this technique, you know. But I make you a sample. You got the feeling that beautiful. Well, Justin Timberlake.
Yes. I know
It
a
was
song. Yeah.
dance.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That song. You know, that song is the sample of what the music can do.
Yeah.
Can do to make you feel a Superman, to make you dance, as the video clip says, in the middle of the road, that you can
Yeah.
help in the middle of the supermarket. That kind of music is the music can make you become a Superman. It is a healing pop music that can make you really vibrate and jump on a different level. Or many songs also Michael Jackson, to be honest to you.
Oh yeah.
Like
So many good ones.
Like a Hurt. There was I mean, there are many songs that you really listen to. You understand that are healing songs. But be careful what you're doing. Be careful what you listen to. Don't don't confuse the power of the anger, the power of the stress, the power of the complaining, no, the vent as good energy.
We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. Okay, now back to the show. Tell me something, or tell my audience something that people would be surprised to learn about you. Not anything about your talent or when you're doing your music or something. What's something that people would be surprised about you?
I don't know. Maybe to know that I'm born like I don't know what you say in English. I'm born like Indico. What do you say in English when the Indico baby? You know, I was a girl that could veggente, seeker.
Okay.
Seeker. I mean, I can read the thought. I read the tarot. I do
like a psychic.
Psychic.
Yeah.
Born like this. My mother too, my grandmother too. We medium, so we do the cards. We able to read the hands. We understand the astrology, and I have the automatical
writing
to give advice and then help with people that seeking some from the higher
I
guide.
felt that energy from you whenever I joined this. It's so weird. I've interviewed a lot of mediums and psychics, and I felt that energy from you. It's interesting.
Because I don't say immediately because I mean, as an artist and as a I don't want just kind of confuse the audience, but we are no black, white, red, blue, violet. We are a whole thing. So we belong to the universe. We are sparkle of the universe, sparkle of the universe, and that's just why we do have this. So I can visualize the body of the people to understand where there is the problem. I can put the hands and some healing. Especially I love to do when I do my session. I love to give to do the automatical writing, or do the channeling, or do the medium connection, or do the hypnosis, and give some kind of advice that doesn't come from my personal opinion. You know what I mean? My
Yeah.
that comes from the highest energy.
I love that.
I'm a white witch in a few words.
Yeah, I love that. I love that about you. I feel I feel the good energy from you. I just have a couple more questions. One is, whenever you decided to become a Buddhist, how did that kind of change your whole life? Because, out of all the religions in the world, if I had to pick one, because I'm not super religious, it would be Buddhist. I feel like I relate the most to Buddhism. So tell me how that changed your life.
It can be just one word. It changed me 1000%.
Yeah.
Because in my case, first of all, guys, I'm a proper, you say in English, connector of religion dialogue. So what I do when I travel, I speak with all religion people.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I love to speak with Catholics, with Jewish. I'm a searcher. I'm a seeker. So I love this. That's the first thing you have to say, because we don't have the best, the best team. The other one is not good team, because everybody are looking. I'm searcher, correct searcher. People that want to be better, understand better, connect better, pray and clean their own energy. They are on the right path, because
Yep.
the darkness is where you don't make questions, where you don't search for nothing, where you don't interrogate yourself, where you don't pray, which means that you're not abandon yourself to receive information, that you give up with the trust. And so people that doesn't do that, it struggle more because it's less connected. But it's not. They can anytime they want, and it's like they can change their own idea. Just it's like a switch. They can do this and connect. Even if they didn't do for the entire their life, 99 years old, if they want to do that, they switch and they can get connected. So nothing lost. But so I have to say that. Sorry, I have to do this say this because many people it's not Buddhist and there's not a better team. But in my case, the Buddhist changed completely my life, because the Buddhists basically, among thousand teachers that give it to you, they tell you that life is not against you, it's for you. That nothing, that you are in the power to create your own destiny and change your life in any moment, because the karma says cause and effort, which is doesn't say, it's not that mathematical, there's not shallow, it's not black and white, A, B, not that. But they tell you that if you take you embrace the responsibility of your choice, of your words, of your ideas, of what you put in this world, you're gonna get it the same as much. The same as much means that probably it's not you, because maybe I'm kind to you and you're not kind to me. But I promise you, in the right moment, someone will be kind to me. And if I do something for you and I put in this world some generosity and something, definitely the life will pay me back with protection, for example.
Yes.
Not exactly what I want, what I order on the table like a restaurant. The life will give me exactly what I need in the right time, the right moment. For example, protection. For example, and help. For example, and a healing in a moment that I'm less expected, because I put something in this world. I did my course, and I trust the effort, and also the responsibility. Once again, when you start to say, okay, this happened to me, not against me, but for me, and these terrible things happened to me because somehow it's connected in some darkness of my soul, like I feel me not enough, I feel me not good enough, I feel me not connected enough, and then sometimes we have a coincidence, so it doesn't exist coincidence, but you know what I mean. Synchronicity, they are not a good one. It starts to say, come on, I have to be the less lucky person in the world now. And instead you have to start to think, wait a moment, which is the part of me that sabotage, which is the part of me that doesn't believe, which is the part of me that doesn't trust, which is the part of me that's not connected enough. That's Buddhists tell you. So I tell you, come on, trust the universe, trust the law of the universe, trust the love, trust the give, trust you, take the responsibility of your life. And that's absolutely changed completely the attitude. Especially tell you, don't judge. Stop to judge. Stop to say, that guy like this. That is like that. The city is horrible. Don't do that, because the judgment is something that then will come back to you. which means that what you judge, will judge on you, because there is someone that cook you, someone that sometimes it's a part of you somehow. So the Buddhists tell you, stay in a trust in your life and be a better person any single second of your life. Forgive, not forgive just because just forgive if someone kill you, forgive. No, forgive, which means don't bring stones on your shoulders of the past, and try to of course be aware to don't go back on the same bad path for you. To recognize what you're doing, make your person really aware of the life that is leading, make you a leader of your own life, and yes, teach you that the world can change, because the change is what you can do, not what the other people can do. If you expect that some people will change the world for you, the world will never change. Think about yourself, think what you can do, and that will be your life changing.
Awesome. You have such good, amazing energy. Like I loved interviewing you. I love talking with you. I'm so happy that you're here in America and growing your presence, because I think we need more people like you. So it's amazing. I'm going to put your link to your website, but it's numaofficial.com, and I'll put the link to all that. You also have a good following on Instagram. I think you have 175,000 followers on Instagram. You have TikTok, and I'm going to also put a link to your Spotify in the description of this video or podcast, so people can go and download and listen to your music. So you're so talented, and I'm so glad I got to interview you, and you're amazing. And thank you so much for being on. So
I thank you so much for having me and give me the opportunity to talk to you and to your audience. And thank you. I'm grateful. Thank you.
great. And like I said, your energy is amazing, and I hope everybody can feel it when they're listening to this, because I love your energy. So
guys, contact me. Come with me. Talk to me. Write me. Find me on Instagram. Find me on my social media, because you see, that's the good way to use the social medias. Be in contact for real. No, not a tool, not someone else that you're gonna find me. I will find a way to come back to you. Thank you very much.
And so are you looking at your DMs? Does somebody send you a DM where you write them back?
Yes, absolutely. Because I need for real interaction. I'm not a person that like a bot or tool or someone else that makes my job. Of course, I have a huge team that help me. Otherwise, I could never survive. I'm home all this mountain of work. But it's always me. I don't sleep at night to answer to the messages or give advice or say simply thank you. But also people, it's nice that show up. You know what I mean? Because many people tell me, I saw your reel. Oh, fantastic. I saw your video clip. Oh my God, fantastic. Maybe even sing it to me my song. And I said, did you write a comment? No. Why? So let me see that you are there for me, because I'm here for you.
All right. So I'm asking my audience, go to your Instagram, go to your TikTok, go to your Facebook, and leave a comment and tell Numa what you think about the song and send her a good vibe. So that's what I'm asking them to do.
Yes. I am waiting for you guys, and I will be there for you. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to check out Numa's website in the description of the podcast. All her social media and a link to her Spotify will be there as well. Thanks for listening, and thanks for being on, Numa. You're amazing.
Thank you.